Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E, Butcher boy shit. Notion glitch, nigga. Y'all know what time it is. We here. Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E, Butcher boy shit. Notion glitch, nigga. Y'all know what time it is. We here. Butcher boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green. Now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating, witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. Butcher boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green. Now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating, witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. Glitch, nigga. Blowing back in my whip, some shit I can't explain. The guarantee for you niggas if you forgot my name. I'm still the same, but really I'm trying to handle things. Push a button, all of a sudden you see the ceiling change. Real game from a real nigga, come take a look. Got on my apron and gloves, nigga, now watch me cook. Exquisite bars, I really should write a fucking book. Let you in my world if you curious about the route I took. I was a cool nigga, I could handle the rock well. I used to have mad birds chirping me like a Nextel. I used to bag dimes, I'm married now, so oh well. The catch I made will go down in history, nigga, Odell. Rolling up these trees, you notice it from the good smell. All type of issues for niggas, I'm like a book sale. Loyal to my niggas, I promise you that I won't tell. Success is on delivery, nigga, and bitch, I got mail. Your boys, nigga, we get that dough and blow this green, now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hate and witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. Put your boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green, now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hate and witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga.
When North shit glitch in the booth, it's time to take cover. Still don't see the scoreboard, man, the game over. Man, they reign over. They tried to tame a cobra. It's my turn to make the game feel like Range Rovers. Same joker 2 times over, face holder. Something in the water, I think we got us a floater. Blood smoke, all in your throat, ready to choke you from this bread, everything butter. I'm a tosha, sick happily, leave another casualty. Keep shooting for the kill. That's why they drafted me. If they try and tackle me, they better bring me cavalry. All this fire from my mouth, I got dragons mad at me. Glitch dragging them, must be slaying dragons. When you're changing teams, man, it must be bandwagon week. Another classic wine on the shelf from the tapestry. They might want to do their research before they ask for G.
Nigga, we get that dough and blow this green, now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating, witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. Put your boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green, now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating, witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga.
Yeah. What up? You already know, man. It's the man about town, Virgil, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We in the building, man. April Talk Podcast. Definitely in a situation tonight, you know what I'm talking about? What's good with everybody, man? How y'all doing tonight, man? We here, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all hear this? Y'all see it, man. What y'all know about Complan 8888, man? You hear me? About to run upstairs real quick, y'all, man. I'll be right back.
I bet you like like the way we do it, huh? Smoke a little, drink a little, you into it, ma? Got the loud, roll it up, and it's brown in my cup. Guaranteed to turn this motherfucker up. Now everybody hands up and hold them high. We gon' make it hot, bitch. 4th of July, like the pilot in the cockpit. I'm in the sky. It is what it is, nigga. Don't wonder why.
Once the champagne pop, that's how winners rock. Oh, you back in next year? That's beginner's talk. A geek is in the hood, get slapped in the community. Pick the left or right hand, it's equal opportunity. Let's start the eulogy, they dead from all the foolery. Keep your mouth shut, man, honest, brutally. Trip down frugally, off E&E jewelry. Every bar explicit videos containing nudity. Shorty don't know what to do with me. That's cool with me. I usually put it all together quite beautifully. I'm a different dude, so I got a tip for you. Yeah, peacefully, you lucky I'm in a given mood. No stress, this easy. Had to leave you with a 3-piece. This #1 CD shit. About to do a 3-piece hit. So critical, this coughing at a physical. All these rap tutorials, I'm what they pay attention to.
I bet you like the way we do it, huh? Smoke a little, drink a little, you into it, ma? Got the loud, roll it up, and it's brown in my cup. Guaranteed to turn this motherfucker up. Now everybody hands up and hold them high. Yeah, we gon' make it hot, bitch. 4th of July, like the pilot in the cockpit. I'm in the sky. It is what it is, nigga. Don't wonder why. Yo, dollar signs. Yep. I see them dollar signs. I wake up and I pick up and I get up on my grind. I'm a shooter, so I don't need a lot of time for mine. It's looking like it's green every time. Green watch, so I stay fresh. Bitches getting shady for the dough. You niggas looking crazy for the dough. Man, bands in this bitch, like I'm Diddy, now you know. Chopping trees, I'm buying miles back. Can I get a whole big ones? Keep them coming, sick. Real niggas feel the shit. I'm well polished in everything that I manuscript. I've been fire since niggas was rubbing 2 sticks. I'm too sick. Ask more doctors, I'm tough to deal with. Track and field through a beat, that mean I run shit. Niggas bringing swords to gunfights, that's dumb shit. With your boys, I promise we can't be fucked at all. I guarantee niggas we on the up, bitch. I bet you like the way we do it, huh? Smoke a little, drink a little, you into it, ma? Got the loud, roll it up, and it's brown in my cup. Guaranteed to turn this motherfucker up. Now everybody hands up and hold them high. We gon' make it hot, bitch. 4th of July, like the pilot in the cockpit. I'm in the sky. It is what it is, nigga. Don't wonder why.
You already know what it is, man. Yeah. Monday night, y'all know what it is, man. A Real Talk Podcast, man. We in the building, man. What it do with y'all? How y'all doing today, man? It's a beautiful situation. It's a beautiful evening. I apologize for my tardiness, man. I was eating. And you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know what I mean? I know y'all be saying I'll be eating while I'll be on here and stuff. Excuse me, I'm gonna fall back on that, man. I'm gonna fall back on eating while we live and stuff, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? That's why I just wanted to hurry up and eat my food real quick. It just so happened that when I be running around, you know what I'm saying, like it just always winds down to like right before the show. So you know what I mean? Normally we had a show at 9 o'clock, but now that I go to work third shift now, you know, so it's just I'm still mildly adjusting. So you know what I mean? It's all good. We here right now. Tap in, walk with us. Of course, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share your social engineering. Yeah, man, I already got some emails about tonight's show, and I even got some text messages about tonight's show tonight, man. Flytown 614, what it do, man? What's up with you, bro? How you doing tonight, man? What y'all know about contingency plan, con plan, 8888. Right? How y'all like last night's show, man? Did me and my pops bring that fire last night, man? Shout out to my pops. I just was talking to him on the phone earlier today. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I love my pops to death, man. Let me come up real quick, y'all, because I'll be telling y'all this too, man. We do Spiritual Roots Sundays. I want y'all to know that as much as y'all get out of it, and listen, I appreciate being able to provide y'all with a more in-depth look on certain things concerning the scriptures, concerning your spiritual roots and spirituality and this reality and everything. It's a pleasure of mine to be able to convey these things to y'all and break them down to y'all and give y'all a wider, over, inner, outer understanding, right? It's a pleasure. It's an honor. It's a privilege. And I appreciate it, right? But I want y'all to know that it's just as much as y'all might get out of this, what me and my pops be doing, this is very helpful for us. Y'all got to understand that me and my pops have we don't have now, we got an awesome relationship now, but we have had a tumultuous relationship. We got our own generational demons that we got to decapitate and cast out and cast down ourselves. So as much as y'all get out of Spiritual Root Sundays, it's as much for us too. I just want to let y'all know that, man. So don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it misconstrued. You hear me? I'm going to come back up here in a second. I just wanted to say that real quick, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing tonight? How did y'all like last night's show? Last night's show was powerful, man. Like I said, I got emails about last night's show. You hear me? A couple. I got like 12, 13 emails. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all be utilizing that about section. And I appreciate that. Listen, I don't really promote or ask for or request financial contribution for a lot of reasons, but for the main reason, I just don't think I put in enough work yet. Like I said, I ain't even at 1,000 subs yet, so I don't feel like it would be even respectful to request any of the cats. That's why I don't ever hear me say it, right? But what I will say is that if anybody wants to get in contact with me, email, if for some odd reason you do want to contribute, all that stuff is want to get in contact with me with my other social media platforms. All of that stuff is in the about section. My YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, my what else? Instagram, Facebook. I think the Patreon's on there. My Cash App is on there. All that stuff is on anything in my email. Listen, y'all want to get in contact with me, go to the About section. You hear me? Everything is in there. Tap in and walk with me. You want to come on the show, send me an email, send the About section. You know what I'm talking about? You can get at me through social media too, social engineering. I ain't got no problem with people sliding in the DM as long as it ain't nothing disrespectful or nothing freaky. You know what I'm saying? Nothing nasty. We good to go. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, how y'all doing tonight, man? What's going on with y'all? Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go grab this joint real quick. All these rap niggas is rap bastards, man. You ask me, man. Majority of them anyway. Majority of these rap niggas is rap bastards. You hear me? But yeah, though, y'all, man. Last night's show was fire, man. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you already know, Fly Tower 614, brother. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't us, man. It's the Most High, man. This is here, man. I don't take credit for any of this stuff, y'all. You hear me, man? Right? Y'all hear me, man? I don't take credit for any of this stuff. Right? I've discovered a long time ago that there's definitely other things at work in this reality and other reality. Long time ago, man. And I'm gonna start getting into some of that stuff too, though. I've been getting y'all's emails. Shout out to my brother Red, man. He must have been getting emails like that too, man. Listen, and people always ask me this too, like, why don't you never talk about when you was in a joint? I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I don't, y'all. You hear me? For one, it's a lot of guys on here doing that, right? But then again, it's a lot of guys talking about. Okay, it's a lot of guys talking about stuff I'll be talking about too. So I just personally don't want to like seem like I'm venerating or like I'm glorifying, magnifying, I dare say promoting prison lifestyle and culture. But I do also understand the importance of sharing my experience and putting y'all up on game, especially y'all young brothers, so y'all don't repeat the same things that I did. And if you get an inside look, right, or perspective on what life is like being in the joint, maybe that, you hear me, maybe that will you know what I'm saying, influence you to not go down that path. Because I'm telling you right now, man, I was locked up with all type of different guys. I was locked up with very professional, what y'all call high value men and professional men. I was locked up with doctors, lawyers, you hear me, police officers, ex-police officers. I was locked up with all type of people, man. So don't, you know what I'm saying? And the stigma goes, just because somebody catches a case, you know what I'm saying, that mean that they're just the worst person ever. And that's just not what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just completely contrary. You know what I'm saying? I had the privilege of being locked up with some very, very intelligent people who just broke the law. Right? They just broke the law and they got caught. That's, you know what I'm saying? Does that make you less of a professional just because you break the law? Could be argued. You know what I'm saying? It could be argued. It could be argued, man. You know what I'm talking about? But, you know, I figure what I'm gonna start doing on, especially after this Saturday, because we're gonna see if my nigga Bird gonna come back on this Saturday. But after this Saturday, I'm gonna start going in for y'all, man. Every Saturday after this Saturday, because Bird definitely coming on this Saturday, man. That nigga called me, was like, man, what? We're gonna see if we can get Bird back on this Saturday. But after this weekend, every Saturday, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna break down to y'all, you know what I'm saying, give y'all some stories about being in the joint. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Let y'all know about stuff I did when I was in the joint to keep my mind sharp. You know what I'm saying? Things I experienced while I was in there, and, you know, prison politics and all that crazy shit. I don't know why y'all so infatuated with that stuff. You feel me? Like, it's, you know what I mean? But so for some reason, people are infatuated with that stuff. That's wild to me. You know what I'm saying? It's wild to me for many reasons. It's wild to me on this level, right? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want to be anything knowledgeable about what happens in the joint if you don't ever plan on going there, for one? So think about what you're doing when you find yourself syncing and linking with the energy and frequency of this genre on YouTube of prison culture. Think about that. Now, I'm not saying, like I just said, I'm not saying that it's not good to share your experience in the endeavor to prevent or influence somebody, especially one of you young brothers, from going down the same path. That's not what I'm saying. But you got a lot of these guys who are glorifying being in prison. I'm talking about to the point to where you got guys in here showing tutorials on how to make breaks and spreads and shit. Now, knowing damn well in your right mind on the street. Now think about where this is coming, where I'm coming from. Just in your right mind, you would never eat that shit for real on the streets. But if you had to, that would be some good information to have. But think about that though. Think about the double-edged swordness of that, if you would. Lucy, what's up, baby? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, we're gonna get to it tonight though, y'all, man. We're gonna go into about 9:20. 9:25, because I know I gotta bang out and go to work, man. But we're gonna get to. I don't even gonna think I need that much time, man. I don't think I need that much time for real. I mean, I really don't. Cause I just be going in because I just like to chop it up with y'all. But I could really get these things to an hour and a half, 2 hours, and be done in and out for real. You know what I'm saying? Inspector Gadget, where you been at, girl? Inspector Gadget. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me go step in the other room real quick, man. And pass this joint to these niggas, man. You hear me?
DNA, Zig, all shit. What's your bullshit? What?
The way you whip that bitch.
With your voice chop, educate, start classes. I'm a rap artist, crafting, drawing up some classes. Banging chicks is passionate, hit run no accident. My resume and documents get confidence and confidence. Call me Sick Cooper, sick the way I Cooper. Head down like a loser, shit, special roofer. Schooling these juniors just like some upper class. Get your team clipped like an email attachment. Yeah, we keep it cracking, like a laundry basket. Like you green jackets, like you wash the masters. Put the feet to the fire to burn the ashes. Open up a casket and fill it like a basket. You dig? But you could never bury us. I'm in the studio, and they still scared of us. Smoking on killer, just like they call it ambulance.
Yeah, man, we got hits for days, man.
Nickname sick, call me psycho. Now I'm a short killer rappers, but Geico. I be so high, it's like a flight coach. Stay on my toes, swear a nigga tightrope.
Like you walking the thin line. Bean Bryant flow. Shit, I have.
We got hits for days, man. You hear me? Who we got all up in the building, man? We got Inspector Gadget, Lucy. OG, what it do, man? You hear me? What y'all know about contingency plan 8888? Huh? What y'all know about it? Huh? This is a very serious situation, y'all, man. You hear me? It's not nothing to be taken lightly or glossed over or taken as like a joke, or if it's not actually something that's real or happening. You did. What y'all know about contingency plan 88 or con plan 8888? Right? What y'all know about this, man? See, it's a good thing that y'all got guys like me to sit up here and break this thing down and explain it to y'all. You feel me? Con Plan 88 is a very real government zombie apocalypse contingency plan. Right now, this article was issued last June. Right? The U.S. government has a plan to put into action in the case of a zombie apocalypse. Does that sound weird? That's because it is weird. Con Plan 8888 was introduced to the public in 2011. Actually, it was 2012. Formerly known as the Counter Zombie Dominance Document. The creators of Con Plan 8888 have outlined a detailed and meticulous strategy to activate in the case of, yes, you heard this, a zombie invasion. The point of the document, however, was to ready for anything. So they decided to call it a zombie invasion or response. Sure, why not? Now let me stop right there for a second, y'all. Right? That's exactly what it is, OG. Now they named it, or they're saying they named it, or designed it under the precipice of a zombie apocalypse. Right? But actually what they're saying is this is a contingency plan in the event that government was to fail and there was a case of massive civil unrest. Right? Tap in and walk with me. Get your notebooks out tonight, y'all, man. Get your notebooks out. Get your pens ready. I'm not saying this to be fly or slick. I'm telling y'all some real shit because I'm pretty sure what I'm about to tell y'all tonight, share with y'all tonight, a lot of y'all aren't aware of this information, right? Right? Contingency plan 8888. A couple years ago, there was another contingency plan around the same premise of this, and it was called Section 21 or Section 20. I can't remember. Section 21, 22 contingency plan. I can't remember, man. Somebody out there who tap in with this type of stuff, maybe y'all can correct me. Maybe I'm saying it wrong or something, right? But Con Plan 88 is right along, right, with this right here. And y'all done heard me talk about this stuff too, man, right? All our police agencies through the LEAA, the Law Enforcement Agency of America, right? All of them have had paramilitary training, civil unrest training, massive civil unrest training. This has been going on since 1974, I want to say. And this was all done under the so-called war on drugs. When the war on drugs was declared by Richard Nixon, who was a fucking criminal, right? Along came all of this at the same time, anti-terrorist legislation, which led up to what I talked to y'all about, HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. Now, I want y'all to sit up here and think about Contingency Plan 88, which is an offshoot of Rex 84 and Rex 84A, right? Contingency plan in the event of a zombie apocalypse, right? But how also it lines right up with the same goals, the same things outlined in HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization of Homegrown Terrorism and Prevention Act. Violent radicalization, homegrown terrorism, and ideologically based violence, right? I want y'all to be able to use y'all's over, inner, outer understanding to correlate and connect these two separate legislations to see how they run hand in hand with each other, and how this being created back then, Patriot Act, Military Commissions Act, right? And now how we got to HR 1955, and here we have Plan 8888 being made public, right? So what is all of this telling us? They're preparing for something. My man Prodigy used to always say, there's a war going on outside no man is safe from, right? Definitely some World War Z type shit, right? Now let's get to it, man. You feel me? Y'all know we're going to go in tonight, and I ain't going to keep y'all, man, because it ain't going to take me long, right? Y'all can see it on the screen, right? And I'm going to read it as I scroll. The zombie apocalypse is no time to be caught without a plan. The point of creating Plan 8888 was basically to prepare for any manner of weird circumstance on a global scale. Massive global civil unrest. Think about the Safety Act, which is in full effect in the state of Illinois and soon to come to others. I'll guarantee you after this year. After we've all now experienced the very real possibility of a global pandemic, could easily be a zombie apocalypse next time, right? Think about what happened up in my state of Ohio last week, y'all, with that derailment with all them chemicals. We're going to come back to Ohio in a second, specifically, especially pertaining to Plan 88, right? No one was really expecting a lab-created virus to shut down the world for nearly 2 years, were they? It's headquartered at United States Strategic Command. Listen, y'all, this is official government stuff, man. This ain't no conspiracy theory stuff y'all be talking about. This is real stuff, man. This plan was not actually designed as a joke. This is an actual contingency plan that the U.S. government, the Joint Chiefs, Department of Defense, Department of State, all have in place and have had in place since 2011 officially, but on record unofficially since like around 1972, 73, when the war on drugs was first initiated. While training augmentees from a local training squadron, members of a Ostratcom found out about accident that the hyperbole involved in writing a zombie survival plan actually proved a very useful and effective training tool. Do y'all hear this? Right? What that's saying is that they thought that the idea of having this contingency plan under the guise of making it seem like something superficial, right, with enable it under a zombie apocalypse, but what they found was that if they were to make this contingency plans along with the idea of being in a society where it was a zombie, that would be best preparation for this contingency plan, and that's what they did. You hear me? Let me tell y'all something, man. What is it going to? What's going to happen when? Because y'all know hell is growing, but what's going to happen if it starts overflowing? Huh? Are y'all prepared to come in contact with the rulers of darkness from other worlds? We just now getting familiar with and being made aware of the rulers of darkness of this world. What about the man? Huh? Walk with me, y'all. Talk with me, man. Let's go. Fictional situations can provide real world preparedness. So what does that tell y'all? So if that lets you know that this is what they're preparing for. Possibly, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but the fact that these people possibly think it could potentially happen, or if they create contingency plans based off of this potentially happen, even if it's fictional, lets you know that this is a possibility. And we're going to get into it. It's funny how preparation works. Sometimes when you think you're preparing for one thing, you're also prepared for something you don't know or don't even know what's going on or what's going to happen. The government has have plans for emergencies. And in this particular case, Con Plan 8888 started as a way for government planners to get their heads in a different space. As anyone who creates things knows, being in a certain mindset can make all the difference in seeing angles you wouldn't normally see. Now, think about that word, angles. What does it sound like to you? As anyone who creates things knows, being in a certain mindset can make all the difference in seeing angels you wouldn't normally see. In this case, planning for unexpected emergencies included imagining asteroid collisions, alien invasions, and other doomsday situations. Now, mind y'all, they have contingency plans in the event that all of this stuff. I want to listen here, y'all. U.S. government, along with all the other governments across the world, specifically the United Nations. You already know, Flytown, specifically the United Nations, right? The Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bohemian Club, the Council of 300. So I'll be telling y'all it might be a good idea for y'all to inform yourselves on these fraternal organizations, and especially for us Black folks, the Sigma Pi Phi Boule, because they're involved. Uncle Diggity, what it do, man? They plan to lose control. Exactly, that's the whole plan. Controlled chaos. Ordo ab cao. Right? Ordo ab cao. Who knows what Ordo ab cao means? Right? My brother Uncle Diggity coming through, man. They plan to lose control of the world. It's written, this is nothing more than a code red dog whistle for it's all the way. Exactly. Right? The very fact that so mind y'all, every government across this world has a contingency plan like this. Just to let y'all know. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, man. You hear me? So it's only right that we start addressing this stuff. While all the rigmarole is going on YouTube, now these people own YouTube, right? This is why I said we can make the Matrix do as we see fit, right? As long as we continue to engage and converse, identify with all the fuckery, the drama, the rigmarole, the back and forth, the gender war, the so blah, 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 versus talking about exposing the system for what it is and how we've been all taking advantage of it, by it, right? You know what I'm talking about? They want to sit up here and hit us with this bull to keep us confused and not focused or even thinking about what actually is going on, like Plan 8888, right? Now, speaking of Netflix, now, and this is why I say, man, this is part of being in the Matrix and not of it, man, right? This is what I like about this reality, right? And this is what I say. I give blessings and thanks to the Most High for giving us this discernment and this choice, this option. This lets me know how powerful we really are, right? Don't y'all know we're the only beings created by the Creator, who was created not only in the Creator's likeness and image, but with the same ability as the Creator. Huh? That's what I love about that. I say that to say, right, that luckily for us, we have the capability to not so much to defend ourselves, because there's no really need to defend ourselves from anything, but to profess dominion over, especially in this reality, right? And I'm gonna get into that at another day, because that's an ill paradigm for y'all too. But with Contingency Plan 8888, especially with Netflix, right? Y'all remember when Netflix first came out? Remember when Netflix first came out, you used to have to go to the little like red box and all that stuff. If you still watching DVDs and stuff like that, that's just some like some nostalgic stuff. And I'm not like shunning you for that. You know what I'm saying? If you got a nice DVD player, yeah, that's cool though. But when Netflix first came out, it wasn't the big, huge platform it is now. Right? Now Netflix is huge. And Netflix is being used as a conduit on many levels, man. It's being used to bring in this satanic Luciferic agenda. Look at all the demonic, satanic, Luciferic imagery and content on Netflix, especially with the cartoons pertaining and geared towards the children. I did a whole live stream on that, right? Now think about also the amount of imagery content on Netflix pertaining to this very thing here, Plan 8888, right? How many of y'all have seen the series? There's a very short series on Netflix called Black Summer, right? Black Summer was like more of a depiction of what happened during a Plan 88 situation. Y'all seen Black Summer on Netflix? Season 3? They got a season 2? Oh, so that's only 2 seasons. I ain't seen that second season. See, it came out in 2019. Huh? Y'all seen this? Y'all seen Black Summer on Netflix? So much imagery. Think about this, y'all. Over the past, let's say, 15 years. I could even say the past 20 years, man. Right? We've been bombarded with this symbology, this imagery of zombies. Walk with me. I'm about to take us on a walk. This is Black Summer from Netflix that just came out, 3 years ago? Right? 4 years ago now. Right? You hear me? No, let's go, y'all. You feel me? Walk with me. We got Black Summer, right? right? We got World War Z. You feel me? We got World War Z, right? What else we got, y'all, man, on this zombie stuff, man? We've been getting indoctrinated with this symbology, man. What we got? We got what? The Walking Dead? Huh? We got The Walking Dead. We just finished, I think, like it's 11th or 12th season, right? I remember The Walking Dead came out like right when I first got locked up, like in 2010, 2011, right? I was reading Walking Dead graphic novels when I was in the joint, right? Where else, y'all, we can go with it, man? I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's been 20 years for sure because this movie came out in 2004. Y'all remember Dawn of the Dead? This movie? Y'all remember this movie right here? Dawn of the Dead? Ving Rhames? Your boy Ty Burrell from Modern Family? Huh? Who else played in this movie? Old girl right here who plays in The Handmaid's Tale? Who else played in this movie? Mekhi Phifer played in this movie? Like, yeah, man. A lot of people played in this movie, man. You know what I mean? I mean, how long have we been being bombarded with this ideology, man? Think about how long this goes back, man. Huh? Look how far this goes back, y'all. Yeah, man. Man, Walking Dead just finished 11 seasons, man. That show been on the air for like 12 years, 13 years. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? This is where the indoctrinators started us with our generation when we first got hit with this video game, Resident Evil. Now think about all of the video games pertaining to this genre, right? This genre since its inception. Yeah, Army of the Dead, anything that got to do with zombies, man. You feel me? What else we got, man? What we got? What Zombie Land? You feel me? We got the movie Zombie Land, right? You feel me? Now, mind you, that this movie right here, Zombieland 1, anyway, dude was on his way to Columbus, Ohio. Do y'all remember that? In this movie, Zombieland, the main character played by Michael Cena, he was on his way back home to Columbus, Ohio. Man, y'all better pay attention to these movies, man. You hear me? I mean, we could literally go back years, y'all, with this indoctrination, with this ideology, this symbology, imagery of zombie apocalypses, man, or zombie invasions, right? We can keep going, man. I mean, I could just keep going for days and days and days, man. You feel me? I could keep going for days. We can just keep going and going and going. Yeah. He said that was my first Blu-ray DVD. You silly as hell, Uncle Diggity, man. Right? I mean, we can just keep going with this, man. Right? You know what I'm talking about? Just think about the imagery, man. We've been bombarded with concerning zombies and zombie apocalypses and all of this stuff right here, man. One of my favorite ones right here, man. You feel me? One of my favorite ones, man. Huh? Huh? This is one of the real ones right here. This is one of the most eerie ones right here because this is, this is based off of shows the global aspect of this stuff, man. you know, in the 28 Days Later franchise, man, you know, this was a global thing, man. Right? And up until currently right now, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm watching it because it's very interesting, the concept of it, though. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole video game based off of this, too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Started off as a video game, right? Now they made it into a show. You know what I'm saying? Right? The Last of Us, man. You feel me? This is a very interesting situation right here. This aspect of a zombie apocalypse is very interesting, right? And under Con Plan 88 is basically a strategic contingency plan. And when you hear the term contingency plans are plans set in place by the U.S. government as well as the rest of the global power structure to operate how they've been operating under the event of whatever it is they are designing these contingency plans, preparation plans for. Alien invasion, a nuclear attack, geological upheavals, something asteroid coming from outer space. You understand? Some massive global civil unrest. They have contingency plans for everything, right? Now, keep in mind, y'all, we are only aware or starting to become aware or be made aware of the rulers of darkness of this reality, this world. This is why we're being shown the imagery of the Avengers Endgame, right? This is why we're being hit with this imagery. I want y'all to understand this stuff. I know it might sound real weird or crazy to y'all, man, right? But I want y'all to understand we're getting hit with this imagery for a reason. It's called preemptive programming and desensitization, man, right? Getting you perceptually prepared on a psychological level to interact illusory, physical, holographically with these very same things in those aspects, right? And when you think about the Avengers Endgame, the Avengers Age of Ultron, all of that stuff, how it's preparing us to interact with species from not other planets, not other galaxies, other dimensions, right? Worlds. Huh? Y'all understand that our Earth isn't the only Earth. Y'all know that, right? I hope y'all understand that. I hope at least all this stuff that all y'all claim to be so smart and intelligent about, I hope y'all at least done enough research and knowledge seeking and finding that you at least come to the realization of the unadulterated fact that this reality is not the only one, and not only that, Earth is not the only Earth or world, right? This is only one aspect or version of the universe. There are many more. This is why we're being hit with all of this imagery. Perceptually prepared. See, this is why I want to sink and leak us to the smart grid, right? Y'all got to understand all this stuff. This stuff all fits together, man. Now, when it comes to Complan 8888, right? Zombie apocalypse contingency plan, man. You hear me? Y'all, I was supposed to watch that, OG. I never watched it. Yeah, exactly. Think about that, Uncle Diggity. Right? Now think about this stuff, y'all, man. You feel me? Now think about this, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Think about this, y'all. Now this image right here is very telling right here, right? This image right here Y'all see that image right there? Hold on, let me bring it up on the screen. Hold on, that's not it. What the hell? Y'all see that? Y'all see that image right there, man? That is the cloud formed by the explosion that was a result of the derailment of the train in my state of Ohio not too long ago. Now, if y'all pay attention to this, man, right? If y'all pay attention to this cloud, you will notice in the center of it, notice in the center of it is a hole. Do y'all notice that? Do y'all notice that? See right here, when you look in the middle of it, it's sinking in. Contingency plan 8888, y'all. You hear me? Tap in, walk with me, y'all. They're talking about this all over the world, man. You hear me? They're talking about this all over the world, man. Do you understand that? Exactly. Exactly, Uncle Diggity. Exactly. Now tap in and walk with me, y'all. I told y'all that physics are the rules and laws of this reality, and they only apply to this reality. The laws of physics of this reality don't apply to other realities, y'all. Right? Are y'all walking with me? Are y'all talking with me? Do y'all feel what I'm saying right now? Right? I'm trying to show y'all a certain image. Y'all see that on the screen right there? Did we argue, Uncle Diggity? Now, remember when I was telling y'all about the Star Wars program? Remember when I had a show stream y'all when I was talking about full spectrum dominance? Huh? Now look at this right here, y'all. All falling in line with contingency plan 8888. Now Do you understand the level of toxic chemicals, weapons grade, nuclear or toxic chemicals, my fault, toxic chemicals? You understand the amount of this stuff was released into the air, ground, and water supply in Palestine, Ohio? Do y'all understand that the city of Palestine, Ohio, and where it is placed, do you understand that that is like the tip or it is the delta of where the Ohio River Basin originates? The Ohio River Basin is literally connected to every major water source from here to west of the Mississippi River. The earth is one huge living organism, and it's all connected. And in this region of the world and the earth, the Ohio River Basin is one of the main arteries to every body of water, whether it be a river, creek, gully, reservoir, lake, pond, whatever you want to call it. They all start at Lake Erie. Or should I say the Ohio River Basin, which is connected to Lake Erie and the Great Lakes system, which is connected to the ocean. They're all connected. So just imagine this amount of toxic chemicals being released into the ground, air, and water supply up there, specifically the water supply. It was so poisonous in Palestine, Ohio, that there are reports that livestock left the area. Livestock left from off of farmers, livestock owners' properties, and then just walked on off somewhere. Exactly, Uncle Diggity. Exactly. Right. Now let's get to this, man. Right. I want to get to it because this is important. What y'all know about Rex 84? I done told y'all about Rex 84 before, man. Right. Now think about that train derailment happening in my state of Ohio, man, in relation to Plan 8888, man. This, in the various movies, you know what I'm saying? These so-called zombie apocalypse were caused by, numerous things, man. You got the rage virus from 28 days later. You know what I'm saying? We got a cure for cancer in I Am Legend, which ended up turning everybody who took the vaccine or who had cancer or whatever treatment, turn them into zombies. Right? World War Z. World War Z, where they say the disease just broke out from the rage of violence in amongst our society. Right? We got The Walking Dead, where no one knows what caused this. It was the CDC. It was some disease that they was holding at the CDC in Atlanta. I keep telling y'all, it's called the CDC. Think about this, y'all. It's called the CDC, actually the CDCP. That's actually what they're actually called, y'all. What y'all know about Rex 84? I done sit up here and told y'all about this stuff, man. All this stuff is connected, man. It's all connected. It's all connected, man. It's all connected. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. What y'all know about Rex 84? Rex 84A. Right. This is in conjunction with Complan 8888. Actually, Complan 88 is an offshoot of this. Right. Now, Rex 84 been around since the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Now, Rex 84 has what is known as Operation Garden Plot and Operation Cable Splicer. Right? Right? And Rex 84 is the progenitor to Agenda 21, which is now Agenda 2030. Right? I want y'all to know that these people are willing to do anything and make anything happen to make sure that what they want to happen happens. It could be a culmination of a huge zombie apocalypse, aliens come from outer space, demons coming from other realities, all at the same time, crashing the stock market. You know what I'm saying? They already passed the Safety Act in Illinois. You hear me? I want y'all to be able to over and out understand what the hell is going on, right? Now we got Rex 84, which is a contingency plan as well in the event of massive civil unrest, right? Specifically due to political corruption, right? This is what Rex 84 specifically, strategically is designed for, to handle civil unrest in the event of political corruption and governmental societal collapse and failure, which also falls under Plan 88, because in the event of a zombie apocalypse, as we've seen in all the movies that we just talked about, all the TV shows we just talked about, the government will soon collapse. I want y'all to understand that they are prepared for this type of situation. The very fact that they're preparing for these scenarios lets you know that these are scenarios that could very well much happen. Now, as far as zombies go, I want y'all to try to use y'all's over, inner, outer understanding and realize what the word zombie means. You feel me? We got Walking Dead walking around right now. I'm telling you right now, on the west side of Columbus, you see them damn heroin addicts out there on the street. Them motherfuckers is the Walking Dead all goddamn day. Y'all see them in y'all city too. How these heroin addicts are just in fentanyl heads are just walking down the street, just looking terrible, just bent over at any place, just looking like they're about to fall over, but they're not falling over. What y'all think that is? Huh? There's so many forms of Walking Dead that y'all don't even realizing that we be in food, possibly, potentially, with this imagery of these flesh-eating, brain-craving zombies, monsters, walkers, whatever you want to call them, right? When all actualities, zombies could just be the people you come in contact with every single day. You might even be a zombie. You hear me? So think about it like that. You know? They got massive contingency plans in place, y'all. You hear me? Now look at this. I want to bring some to y'all's awareness concerning, right, what happened in Ohio in connection with Plan 8888, right? I'm going to connect something for y'all. Now, y'all see this right here to the far right, right? Right? Y'all see this one to the far right. Now, remember I just showed y'all the image, right? Let me go get it real quick again. Let me go get it real quick again. Where that one at? We just was looking at. Yeah, this one. Y'all see I just showed y'all this image right here, right? Huh? And y'all see when we blow that up, this is what we get, right? Y'all see that? Now, all right, y'all, and now y'all see that, right? Do y'all see that, man? Now, I wonder, maybe one of y'all could do this real quick, all right? I wonder what lines of longitude and latitude does the city of Palestine, Ohio lay on? Because I will almost be willing to guarantee y'all, if I look into this, what I'm going to find is that the city of Palestine, Ohio is on a vortex of many. Remember what I told y'all about the dragon lines or ley lines? Lines on the morphic grid or the Earth's energetic magnetic field. Remember I told y'all about that? About the morphic grid? Huh? I will be almost willing to guarantee, if I look into this, that the city of Palestine, Ohio lays on a vortex or intersection of not just one or two or few massive vortices, or what we know as lines of longitude and latitude. But on the morphic grid, they're known as ley lines or dragon lines. Because this is the world, remember? This world is a result of Lucifer's contact with the earth. This is the fallen state of the earth. Remember the movie After Earth with Mills? Huh? I know I be talking heavy, man. I know a lot of y'all get what I'm saying, right? So think about this right here when I'm talking about rulers of darkness of other worlds. That's the line, my nigga Uncle Diggity. You hear me? I guarantee you, if you look at these coordinates on the map, massive intersecting lines run through there. I will be willing to put money on that, right? Yes, Inspector Gadget. Earth meridians, ley lines, dragon lines, lines on the morphic grid or the Earth magnetic field. Right? Now think about this in relation to plate tectonics. Huh? Now look at this image right here, y'all. Does this look familiar to y'all? Right? This image look kind of familiar with y'all. Tap in and walk with me, y'all. Right? Tap in and walk with me, y'all. See that image right there, right? Y'all see this image. And this is it from above. That's this from above. Huh? That's this from above. Y'all see clearly that is a hole right there, right? I mean, am I tripping, or do y'all see that too? Because it's pretty clear to me. It's a hole right here. Y'all better understand what's going on here, man. Now think about what happened a few months ago, when they activated CERN. Right? Now, let's go back to Thor Ragnarok. Right? Walk with me, y'all. Plan 8888. Now, the Plan 88, now think about what I'm about to say right now and then what I'm about to break down for y'all. Plan 88 might not necessarily be for a human zombie apocalypse. I gotta take a sip of my Rona on that, man. Right? Plan 8888 might not be specifically designed for a human zombie apocalypse or zombie attack. What about rulers of darkness from other worlds? Huh? Y'all ain't see y'all. This is what I'm saying. This is why y'all got guys like me. You hear me? Possibly, potentially. Now walk with me, y'all. Y'all remember in Thor Ragnarok, right? How many of y'all seen that? That was the last Good Thor movie. That Thor Love and Thunder. I don't know what that was right there. That was terrible compared to the previous three. But yeah. Right. Right. Y'all remember this from Thor Ragnarok? Huh? Remember when the Hulk turned back into Bruce Banner and they were sitting in the Hulk's little room or whatever that he had on the planet Sakaar, and they're saying that the only way that they could leave Sakaar was to go through the devil's anus? Huh? Y'all remember that? Exactly, Flytown. See, Flytown, that's why I rock with y'all, man. Exactly. We've been indoctrinated to this stuff, y'all. We've been preemptively programmed for this stuff through the video games, the movies, the imagery, the reptilian agenda, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Huh? Possibly having to come into fight and contact with entities from not different planets, but different realms, different realities, different dimensions. Mortal Kombat, Outworld, right? Think about this. Now think about this image right here. This is the devil's anus from Thor Ragnarok. And when Bruce Banner looked at it, what did he say? He said, that looks like a collapsing neutron star. Right? And in order for them to leave Sakaar, they had to get a spaceship and fly it up the devil's anus, which is the entrance to a collapsing neutron star, which creates what? A black hole or a wormhole. Huh? Huh? I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all better, man. I'm sitting up here trying to tell y'all, man. I'm sitting up here trying to tell y'all, man. All right. Don't get caught up on the zombie apocalypse, man, being something that's happening to us, man. It might be on the way. It might not necessarily be us. Right? Now look at that right there. Man, look at these images, man. These images is crazy, man. You hear me? These images is crazy, y'all. You hear me? Now look at that. All right. That's the side view from it. Right? That's the side view. That's the aerial view. That's from outer space. Right? That's from outer space right there, y'all. And don't take a rocket scientist to see that that's clearly a hole right there. Right? Now, what y'all know about Einstein and Rosen? Right? Huh? What y'all know about Einstein and what y'all know about what an Einstein and a Rosen bridge is? Right? What we know as wormholes. These are what Einstein Rosen bridges are, y'all. Or wormholes. What we know to be called wormholes. Yeah, y'all ain't think it was gonna go here though, did you? I told you I could break this shit down to y'all, man. I have the equivalent of a professor emeritus level education and learning and knowledge of physics, all things physics. I could teach y'all physics better than any college professor, is just as good. Probably a little bit. It's not to me too much. I'm probably say better. And I'm gonna say better because my intuition from the knowledge of such things don't come from no book. It comes from the Most High. I've been shown some things. Let's just say that. I've experienced some things, right? Now, oddly enough, when you think about the images from the fire train derailment in Ohio, you think about when we just looked at the top of that damn smoke column. Is this not what it reminds you of? Now think about Thor Ragnarok, the Einstein-Rosen bridge or collapsing neutron star that was known as the devil's anus. Huh? Right? Right? Hmm? Yeah, man. My man Flytown 614 says sound like Mortal Kombat or something. Exactly. The rulers of darkness of other worlds that we are not familiar with. We just now being exposed to who the rulers of darkness of this world is. Right? So when we're talking about exactly, it looks identical. Right? Right? Y'all know I'm gonna connect the dots for y'all, man. I ain't just gonna sit up here and talk shit now. I'm gonna connect the dots for y'all. Now, my question is this: at that point where the derailment took place, right? At that point of contact where the derailment took place, considering my brother Uncle Diggity put these as the coordinates for the city of Palestine, Ohio. If y'all was to look into where this ad is on the map, I guarantee you, if you was to look this up in other areas of research, like say what it is on the morphic grid, I guarantee you there's lots of intersecting ley lines, dragon lines, lines of longitude and latitude, that meridians, I guarantee you there's many meridians that intersect through right where this happened at. Not to mention that is basically the delta of the Ohio River basin. So I'm almost positive that there's numerous. Now think about this movie right here, y'all. Think about the movie Pacific Rim. Or not Rim, right? Think about the movie Pacific Rim, y'all. Right? Y'all seen the movie Pacific Rim? We just going off on all. It seemed like we're going off on a tangent, but if y'all just tap in and walk with me, y'all see all this stuff fits together. Right? Right. Now, in the movie, remember the movie, y'all? Now, just walk with me for a second, yo. It ties into what I'm talking about. In the Pacific Rim, a species of interdimensional reptilian, gigantic, somewhat humanoid species would interdimensionally travel into our reality through portals in the ocean, and these beings were called the kaiju. And they were all reptilian in their nature, all of them. Right? And the way they got into our reality is through portals in the ocean. Right? I say that to say that, yes, portals, when you have a place of numerous intersection of these meridians or ley lines or dragon lines or lines of longitude and latitude, there is a vortex there, which means it's a portal. A portal to which you can access and give access to entities from other worlds or dimensions. Why you think our ancient ancestors of playing on, why do you think they painted the stuff they saw? Why do you think they can dig up bones of giants all over this planet? Why do you think there's a whole regiments and squads and battalions of soldiers coming from Iraq telling stories of having gunfights with giants? You hear me? Why do you think all of a sudden across the world, Estonia, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Turkey, Sweden, Norway, Russia, Siberia, why do you think all across the world they're finding these seemingly, or what they're calling, petrified statues of fallen angels? If y'all remember, I just did a whole live stream on this on the other page, and I got a pre-recorded video on it as well. Now, in relation to Complan 8888, right, I'm saying that I don't want us to get caught up on what we've been shown, the imagery and symbology of zombies being undead, flesh-eating, mindless hordes of rotting flesh because they've been infected with some disease that turned them completely feral, to where they have no cognitive skills, just basic motor skills, and the only cognitive skill they had was to consume, to eat, right? And they craved human flesh and blood because in there lies the hemoglobin, which feeds the reptilian desire to want to continue to consume. Notice when y'all look at the imagery on the movie 28 Days Later, when they show the disease and how it works and how it infected the area of the brain where I've told y'all is called the R complex, which is the oldest part of the brain. And it's the oldest part of the brain because God didn't design us to have a brain. We have a brain as our result of contact, or Eve's contact, with the serpent, Lucifer, Satan, the devil, which is why we have the reptilian complex, R complex, which is why we have flight or fight, which is how we have mind, hierarchical top-down structure, survival of the fittest. Do y'all get it now? Now, when it comes to Complan 8888, right? They ain't playing, man. Every year in Ohio, Delaware County, right above where I'm from in Columbus, Ohio, Franklin County. Right? They have a mock zombie apocalypse where the Ohio National Guard is involved with having this fake test run for a zombie apocalypse. You can sign up for it and everything. You hear me? Right? Now, I don't know if they're still doing this up here in Delaware. Right? I don't know if they're still doing this.
Need to keep the mock disaster contained. More than 200 people at a game in Delaware's Wesleyan University Stadium are turned into zombies after a nearby chemical leak. And the first responders need to keep the mock disaster contained.
We can set up a mass decon if you guys can work with the hazmat IQ.
But some of the zombies contaminated by the chemical cloud grow impatient with a slow response.
Help me!
Delaware's EMA director says it's hard to find a volunteer for a hazardous material incident, but not so with a zombie incident.
The same thing that you would do for a zombie incident's the same thing that we would do for a hazardous materials incident.
Zombie volunteers came from near and far in very realistic costumes, so more than 10 different emergency departments could practice what to do in the event of a real mass decontamination.
If anything ever happens, it's good that we're prepared and that we're actually thinking about it. And I don't know, I think that a lot of people came out here and it's awesome.
15 of the zombies wandered onto the Wesleyan campus, and some made it as far as the emergency room to test Grady Memorial's hospital's response.
I'm more scared about like the cold because the decontamination process sounds cold.
Once the decontamination process began, things moved along quickly.
Yes, I feel much better. I feel much better. It might not look all that great, but I feel a whole lot better.
In Delaware, Rick Reitzel, NBC4.
Huh? 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 Can y'all say preemptive programming? Predictive programming? This is Plan 8888 right here in our face. Now, this was 11 years ago, y'all. I think they've been doing this annually ever since. Huh? So up here in Ohio, in Central Ohio, specifically in Delaware County, oh, they're prepared for a zombie apocalypse. You said you're making you and Lucille tonight? Yeah, man. Huh? I told you I was going to come from a different angle with this joint, man. Right? Ugh. It's crazy, right? Let's listen to this real quick, y'all.
You wake up one day and groggily rub the sleep out of your eyes. After a few Firefox refuses to load. You check your laptop's connectivity and sure enough, no service again. Weird, you think to yourself as you throw on some pants and check on your desktop, which also has no internet connection. Now, edging to a full-blown first world panic, you head downstairs to make sure mom paid the internet bill. You find her there in the kitchen aimlessly mixing something. You can't quite tell what it is because she has her back turned to you, but you think you hear her slightly groaning. Hesitantly, you call out to your mother, whose body suddenly jerks as she turns around slowly, moving very, very stiffly. As she turns to face you, you're horrified to see her dead eyes staring at you. And with a growl of brains, she leaps for you. You make a run for it, rushing outside and fleeing for your life. But the neighbors spot you and take off running after you too. In seconds, you're being chased by a mob of zombified relatives and neighbors, and they're almost upon you when you turn the corner and suddenly hear, "Get down!" Instinctively, you duck down, and in front of you, a military patrol in Humvees opens up 50 caliber machine guns, chewing the zombies to pieces. Overhead, you hear the roar of jets as 500-pound bombs are being dropped all over your former suburban neighborhood. Welcome to the zombie apocalypse. The previous scenario has been a staple of science fiction for decades, and stories of zombie apocalypses have thrilled and terrified generations of humanity. Yet, for the United States military, the zombie apocalypse is no laughing matter, and they have a plan to stop it dead in its tracks. Pun fully intended. Contingency Plan 8888. The United States military regularly creates think tanks whose jobs are to envision future conflict or disaster scenarios, and then draw up military and civil responses to address these threats. Throughout the years, American war planners have created plans for everything, from nuclear war with the Soviet Union to an enemy invasion of the U.S. mainland to responding to a massive asteroid or comet strike on planet Earth. Incredibly, the U.S. military also has several contingency plans to combat an alien invasion, and that's no joke. These plans are highly secretive, as are the other contingency plans, and present military options to combat a variety of different alien invasion scenarios, at least to the best as our limited technology allows. Yet one of these contingency plans is unclassified and has been public knowledge for years. That's Contingency Plan 8888. Originally, Plan 8888 was developed as a teaching tool for American military planners. It was meant to be a fun exercise that introduced new war planners to the complexities of developing realistic response plans to a variety of contingencies. Because of the threat of war plans being made public, the instructors behind the original Plan 8888 exercises wanted to use a completely fictional scenario, rather than using realistic scenarios with real nations that could be misconstrued in the public eye as an actual war plan. Because the US military actually has realistic contingency plans to counter an alien invasion, it was decided that zombies presented the best option for developing a practice war plan to allow students to learn the ins and outs of military planning. However, just because Plan 8888 was developed as a teaching exercise and not taken very seriously does not mean that it's a credible and fully functional plan. If zombies ever did kick off an apocalypse, Plan 8888 would be there to save the US from extinction. So what does Plan 8888 involve? First, the plan addresses the threats from a variety of different types of zombies. First is the PZ, or pathogenic zombies. These are zombies who are created after a host is infected by a virus, bacteria, or other form of contagion. Next are RZs, or radiation zombies. These are zombies created by extreme exposure to electromagnetic and or particle radiation. EMZs are evil magic zombies, or zombies created by an evil occult force. SZs, or space zombies, are zombie life forms that originate from outer space, or created by the toxic contamination of the Earth's environment by an extraterrestrial source. WZs, or weaponized zombies, are zombies that have been developed in a lab somewhere to be used as military weapon, perhaps deployed by a foreign adversary. SIZs are symbiont-induced zombies, or zombies who are created by the introduction of a symbiont life form into a healthy host. The symbiont keeps the host alive, but acting as its personal puppet. VZs, or vegetarian zombies, are zombies who do not feed on flesh, human or otherwise, but rather who feed on plant life, such as zombies from the Plants vs. Zombies series of video games. These zombies pose just as great a threat to humanity due to their appetite for vegetation, which can cause massive deforestation and the destruction of food crops. Lastly, the plan addressed the threat posed by CZs, or chicken zombies, which are the only type of zombie that actually exist. These zombies are produced when chickens are improperly euthanized with carbon monoxide and left in a pile of bodies, only for the still living chicken to crawl its way out of the pile and walk around until organ failure kills it. Next, the plan moves on to discuss the effect of environment on both zombies and surviving human population. It notes that pathogenic zombies will be vulnerable to ultraviolet light thanks to the UV light's ability to impair the function of RNA, which comprises most viral life forms. Thanks to this sensitivity, pathogenic zombies are not expected to be active during noon or in bright sunny conditions, and will likely be active at night. Evil magic zombies, space zombies, vegetarian zombies, and weaponized zombies are believed to be immune to any extreme meteorological phenomenon except for fires, floods, tornadoes, or tsunamis. For human survivors, the plan stresses the need for rainwater conservation, seeing as most public services will no longer be working. Also, groundwater or stream and river water is not recommended for drinking, as it will be unknown if it will be a vector for zombie infection. Humans who don't shelter in place in locations that protect from direct effect of air currents also run the risk of zombie infection if pathogen or zombification source is airborne. From here, the plan moves on to 5 phases of a response to a zombie outbreak.
attention to this,
Upon news
y'all.
of the dead rising from their graves, or evil wizards creating zombie hordes, the U.S. military will initiate Phase 0 of Plan 8888. The phase is also called Shape the Environment, and will focus on giving U.S. warfighters as great warning time and strategic advantage against the zombie hordes as possible. Military and civil agencies will monitor disease vectors for possible zombification, identifying any ways that infection can spread, and taking precautionary measures.
Now, let's pause it right there, right? Yes, all of them do. Now, they're showing this in a very comical, cartoony type fashion, but if y'all paying attention to this, man, they're showing how they got this stuff laid out, man. They got this planned out to a T, right? So they let you know that they prepare for something like this, man. You know what I mean? In the event that something like this will happen, they have numerous contingency plans in place, specifically Plan 8888, right? To the point to where they even got the different types. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on, man. That's all I'm just saying. Pay attention, man. All right? We're about to get to an interesting concept here in a second too, man.
With constant monitoring, the U.S. military will be ready once the outbreak reaches critical levels or is unleashed in full inside North America. All military forces will engage in renewed hazmat training as well as nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare training, already a routine part of U.S. military training.
See? Already a routine part of U.S. military training. And this is also a part of police training, right? Through Rex 84, Rex 84A, Operation Cable Splicer, and Operation Garden Plot training, Plan 88 training. Homeland Security, they've had this training. CIA, they've had this training. All branches of the military have this training. All your policing agencies have this training. All of your security agencies have this training. All your private security agencies have this training. Why? So you've been seeing that. See, you see that they set up there and passed that. They done passed that Safety Act in Illinois, man, Mr. O, man. Don't be surprised, man.
Training. Phase 1, deterrence, will begin upon receipt of a warrant order or a warning order by U.S. Strategic Command. In a normal war plan, this phase of planning involves displays of military power so that foreign adversaries are deterred from hostile action. Because zombies cannot be reasoned with or intimidated, however, other forces which could further spread a zombie plague or aid in a zombie apocalypse, such as terrorist groups, adversary nations, and unethical bioresearch companies, are targeted instead.
See? Y'all hear what they just said? That's HR 1955 right there. So you got this train what from being a security at the hotel? See what I'm saying? They didn't tell you this what it was though, did they? You done got active shooter training, which we all done had. If you worked in like a industrial environment or a warehouse environment or a factory environment, you done have some active shooter training, live active shooter training. This is all in line with Plan 88. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, live active shooter, civil unrest, geological upheavals, alien invasion, they got these contingency plans in place, man. Right? Let's go, y'all, man. I'm trying to put y'all up on game about this.
Phase 1 will see the U.S. military initiate large-scale training meant to show any would-be human collaborators that the U.S. military can still operate with
violent radicalization, homegrown terrorism. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, anybody that doesn't comply with the policy of the structure of the government administration, you will be considered a homegrown terrorist.
within a toxic and contaminated environment, hopefully deterring evil bio-research companies or terrorists from aiding the zombie apocalypse. Phase 2, Seize the Initiative, will begin upon receipt of an alert order by U.S. Strategic Command. This will immediately initiate a complete recall of all military and reserve personnel, and the immediate implementation of all continuity of operations plans, or co-op plans as they're known, are meant to ensure that no matter what happens, all of the major military commands are able to continue functioning as well as the civilian government. The plan will deploy all ground, naval, and airborne command and control nodes, with preparations to remain deployed for at minimum 35 days. This will ensure that the U.S. military remains in control of its forces no matter what happens next. U.S. Strategic Command will reach out to potential adversary nations, such as Russia and China, and inform them of preparation for counter-zombie operations, conducting confidence-building measures to ensure these nations don't believe the mobilization is using the zombie threat as a cover for military action against their own countries. The U.S. Air Force's Global Strike Command, in conjunction with assets from other services, will immediately generate forces for strike missions against zombie horde concentrations, not just here in the U.S., but abroad. The rest of the U.S. military will immediately begin fortifying civilian defense zones and enforcing quarantines where applicable. Phase 3, Dominance, will initiate a massive American military response against the zombie threat. Combat operations must be swift and completely eradicate zombie concentrations, as even a lone survivor can reignite a zombie outbreak. Cities and other major population centers may need to be indefinitely blockaded by military forces while the civilians are relocated to more remote areas. Phase 4, Stabilization, will begin no earlier than at least 40 days after the initiation of Phase 3 operations. U.S. military forces will begin initiating local reconnaissance operations in order to determine the strength of surviving zombie forces. They'll also locate isolated pockets of survivors and shepherd them to secure areas, as well as survey the status of basic civil services such as power, water, sewage, and lines of communication. Recon forces will also conduct surveys of the epidemiological security of the local environment, ascertaining if a lingering zombie infection threat is still remaining. Phase 5, Normalization, will see U.S. military forces aid in the reestablishment of civil authority. Commercial and civilian infrastructure will be repaired as best as possible, and the restoration of functioning civil services will be a top priority. Plan 8888 aims to prepare the U.S. military to stop a zombie apocalypse dead in its tracks, and highlights the specific actions that local forces need to take in order to ensure their survival and the continued ability to fight back against the zombie hordes. The plan does highlight some current strategic limitations, however, such as a lack of dedicated counter-zombie military task force. There's also the difficulty in ensuring a zombie is truly neutralized, though the plan does recommend that military forces burn all the bodies thoroughly. Other strategic limitations include the inability to maintain airborne command posts in the air past a week. This is because while in-flight refueling could keep airborne command posts operational for a month, or perhaps even more if needed, the airfields that support the tankers, which would fuel these aircraft, would likely be overrun by zombies very quickly. There are also serious defensive deficiencies for many of the nation's ground-based command and control nodes, as few command and control nodes within the United States are hardened facilities capable of withstanding a relentless horde of zombies. Plan 8888 recommends that facilities maintain a stockpile of lumber and train their personnel how to weld, so they can better secure their facilities against outside intrusion. Lastly, the plan warns that there is little useful scientific data to be used by the U.S. military to counter a zombie threat, and war planners may need to turn to popular media for inspiration on destroying the Walking Dead. There's also a dire warning within Plan 8888 that of all the different types of zombies that the U.S. military may have to face, evil magic zombies may prove to be the most difficult to defeat, as they're animated by evil magic. The plan suggests the recruitment of the Chaplain Corps to combat this threat. Do you think any plan could really stop a zombie apocalypse? What type of zombie would you be most afraid of? Let us know in the comments, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great content before the zombies eat all our brains. Day 1. It began and spread with alarming speed. For years after this day, you and other survivors will try to piece together any and all information you can remember and figure out when it happened, where, or even how. Some will think it was another virus flown in on a public airline flight. Others are sure it started right here in the US. Yet others think it just happened all over the world all at once. On day 1, chaos reigns in cities around the world. Many people try to flee, only to end up getting stuck in traffic or huge freeway blocking accidents and ending up as zombie bait. You're smart though. You're a devoted infographics fan after all, so you know the best thing to do if you aren't already in the outskirts of the city is to shelter in place. In case of nuclear attack, you want to get as low as possible and take shelter at the very core of a building, far from doors and windows as you can get. However, in a zombie apocalypse, it pays to have the high ground. So you'll enter the nearest high-rise and make your way up as far as you can go. Power will soon fail, and with it the elevators, which means you'll have to climb dozens of flights of stairs to get up high. But that also means a zombie will too. Barricading every door you come across, any zombie or hostile group of survivors would have to cross a gauntlet of blocked doors to get to you. And being that high up will help you avoid the attention of both zombies and marauding looters, who might arise with the collapse of civilization. Every office tower in America is going to be stocked with food and water, so you're set to ride out at least a week, maybe 2, as you wait for the events to unfold below you. Maybe this is only a local event, and the military will soon respond to contain the situation, or at least fly out survivors. Just in case, you make sure to get to the roof of the building and make it clear to any airplanes and helicopters that survivors are inside. It's relatively easy to set up a big...
Right. Right. So y'all see that, man, you know? Now, the latest, right? The latest zombie apocalypse craze, you hear me? The latest one is out right now. One that y'all might have heard of, and y'all heard me mention briefly here, right? Hold on real quick. All right. Let me pull it up on here real quick for y'all. Y'all might even be watching this right now, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all heard me mention this series earlier, right? Y'all heard me mention this series earlier, right? The Last of Us, right? Now, and this is why I say, you know what I'm saying, specifically now, you know what I'm talking about? This is really, really kind of prevalent and relevant right now. In the series or in the video game, The Last of Us, it was a outbreak, right, of a fungal parasitical invasion from a fungi known as cordyceps. Y'all know what cordyceps are, right? Oh my God, man. You feel me?
Is so good. The characters, the acting, the amount of tissues I'm going to consume as the show goes on. Every episode is mentally destroying me. And speaking of mentally destroying, see, let's talk about the mind hacking fungus that turns you into a zombie in the show. Don't worry, there's no way that's real, right? Right? Oh, my animator. Triangle Bob burned the house down on purpose this time. Get this thing out of here. We're all going to die. Hey there, welcome to Life Noggin. This zombie fungus is one of over 400 species that belong to the genus Cordyceps. Most of these species are parasitic, targeting insects, taking over their bodies, and eventually killing them, all in the name of reproduction Yay! One of the most studied species is Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, which infects carpenter ants. When the spores of this fungus make contact with a carpenter ant, they attach and grow throughout its body, draining it of its nutrients and eventually control over its muscles. The fungus makes the ant leave the nest.
Neuroparasitology. Neuroparasitology. Remember when I told y'all about neuroplasticity, neuroparasitology? Remember how the rage virus in 28 days later came about? Right? Now let me put y'all up on some other game real quick concerning cordyceps, specifically Cordyceps unilateralis. Right? Cordyceps cannot survive in an alkali environment. And y'all wonder why they wanted to get rid of Dr. Sebi. Cordyceps fungi, which if you ask me, specifically since they're putting out, this TV series, The Last of Us, and it just is not out of the blue or by happenstance that the zombies were created by a fungal parasitic infection of Cordyceps unilateralis, a weird mutated, somehow genetically enhanced version of it that had the ability to actually occupy humans and control the motor functions of humans. That would entail and imply that cordyceps are intelligent and are sentient in the fact that they are aware of their actions and their thought processes. They're self-aware, so to speak. Right? So think about that, y'all, man. Right? Think about that, man. Not mitochondrial DNA. This type of fungus, this Cordyceps unilateralis, right? It infects in a weird way, right? It's a fungus, which means it needs a warm, moist, very toxic, very fatty field, a very non-alkali environment to thrive, right? And the reason why these spores are able to multiply and take over, zombify stuff like insects, because look at insects' diet, right? They eat basically the rummage along the floor of the forest, which is has alkaline in it, but it has a lot of other things in it as well that makes the conducive biological environment for these cordyceps to just thrive inside their bodies and then just completely take over the motor functions of the ant, completely take over the thought processes of the ants, right? And in the efforts to multiply, they will completely consume the ant from the inside out while assuming control of the motor functions and biological thought processes of the ant, to where it consumes all of that, and then it just is a completely different structure than what it already was. Let me show y'all what some of these images look like when cordyceps have infected these ants, right? Let me show y'all this real quick. Y'all see this? The cordyceps literally changed the structure and the physical appearance of these ants that they basically are zombifying when they are completely consuming and taking over every aspect of their bodies, even their motor functions and their thought processes. And as a result of coming in contact with their actual biology, they change it and grow it into an environment, make it into an environment that creates more spores. This is why you will see some of these ants, some of these grasshoppers, whatever the insect is that gets infected with the cordyceps, right? What you're going to see is that they look crazy. They got mushrooms growing out of them. They got these little spiky things growing out of them. They have all type of fur growing out of them. Like I see the little mushrooms growing out of the ant, dead ant. If you happen to be in a forest and see that, if you be walking through the woods or something, you see this, you know what I'm saying? That's a bug or insect that's been infected with Cordyceps unilaterus or any one of the cordyceps fungus. It's over 400, 500 of them. All right. Now, can cordyceps infect humans? Yeah. Will it be to this degree? I don't know. Right? I don't know. Right?
In the series, however, it was shown that the earliest incidence was recorded in Jakarta, in Indonesia, in September the 3rd of the year 2003, and then spread quickly worldwide in a matter of weeks. Let's talk life cycle now. The fungus first evolved rapidly due to global warming, and its spores were found in crops, therefore infecting humans who ate that food. Then when they are inside the human body, the fungus multiplies and the hosts go through 4 phases of infection. Stage 1. This happens within 2 days of the infection, where the victim gradually loses higher brain function, causing them to become hyperaggressive and unable of reason or logical reasoning. Stage 2. This happens within 2 weeks, during which the fungus begins to change their vision as a result of progressive cordyceps fungal growth over the head and face, and the visual cortex being corrupted. They still retain a rudimentary form of intelligence here, though. Stage 3. After a year, the infection progresses, scarring their faces and blinding them, causing them to develop a rudimentary type of echolocation to adapt. Gradually, the eyes and nose are replaced with a hardened floral outgrowth of the fungi, resembling a brain that has been exploded. If the host survives for more than a decade, they will reach stage 4. They form rigid fungal plates across the majority of the body, so in the final stage, when the fungus kills the host, the body of the host develops stalk-like fungal projections that produce infectious spores. Infections can also be transmitted by bites from the live host. Victims can only be infected when they are living, since the fungus is parasitic and needs a living body, and cannot infect dead ones. Yet produce spores regardless of stage. Now let's take a look at the 7 types of infected mutant forms of the cordyceps fungi. Runners. They are humans who transform within 2 days of coming into touch with the cordyceps brain infection. They are distinguished by their high speed, lethargic assaults, and proclivity to crowd their prey like swarms. Their skin is pale, mottled, and scarred, and their hair has begun to thin out and fall out. Because the fungus first attacks the eyes, runners have impaired eyesight but retain most of their human traits. Runners, unlike survivors, stand in a slumped stance while being still. The second one, stalkers. These are the second stage of the infection. They take between 2 weeks and over 1 year to reach this stage. Stalkers combine the speed and vision of runners with the savagery of clickers. The stalker's most distinguishable trait is their croaking noise and the onset of fungal growths on their head and face, leaving the host with just one eye and the development of a proto-echolocation ability. They are cautious when detecting a victim, as they will strafe and take.
Do y'all see this, man? This is The Last of Us, Mr. O. Are y'all watching this, man? Huh? They're prepared for this stuff. They're not showing us this stuff for no reason, man. That's the point I'm making right there. They're not showing us this stuff for no reason, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason they showing us the Plan 8888, right? Y'all see it, right? They're prepared for this stuff, man. All right? They're prepared for it, and they're preparing us for it as well. You feel me? They're preparing us for it as well, right? They're not showing us this imagery for no reason, right? Now think about when I talk about neuroparasitology, through the toxification of our thoughts, through our weaponized trauma, our thoughts have become parasitic. These thoughts taking on a life of their own. This is where the occultic fucking Kabbalah get the idea of the golem from, right? This that takes on a life of its own, man. The fear that we have or imagination of it takes on a life of its own. You feel me? And when we're thinking about stuff like Plan 8888, you know what I'm saying? These diseases are so-called rage viruses or infected by cordyceps fungi, parasites. You know what I'm saying? All of this to say is that none of this stuff comes from the Most High. God didn't create the world. The world is a creation of who? Now, was it created or was it formed? Right? Because it didn't say nothing about the world being formed or created. Right? It ain't say nothing about God created the earth, the world. Huh? And like I say, y'all, we're not even aware, or we're just now becoming aware of the rulers of darkness of this world. We're not even privy to, right, the rulers of darkness from other worlds. It's hard for a lot of y'all to accept that there are rulers of darkness of this world. A lot of y'all just don't believe that stuff, and that's okay, but I'm telling you, man, right? I'm telling you, man, they're not showing us this imagery for no reason, right? I'll just tell y'all that. Now, as far as what you believe and what you don't believe, that's on you, right? You can believe whatever you want to believe, but let's just say, speaking for a personal, I've had a lot of experiences that at one point in time I could not explain, but I can now, right? And I get it now. And that leads me to know that this reality or world is not the only one. Matter of fact, when I was a young boy, I used to be able to, that's another topic for another day, right? Another topic for another day. You hear me? But Contingency Plan 8888 or Plan 8888, which is the U.S. military government, right? Contingency plan in the event of a zombie invasion or a zombie apocalypse. Now, mind you, this zombie apocalypse might not necessarily mean from amongst us. It might be from another dimension. Now, mind you, in the Avengers movies, right? In the very first Avengers, the alien horde, the interdimensional, I can't even say alien, right? Because alien just means you don't originate from that where you are from or at the current time. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're an extraterrestrial, though. And even more, there's interdimensionals. So you got three-phone paradigm in this. You got, right? You got extraterrestrial. You got interdimensional, right? And you got you know, I forget the third one I said. But think about that though, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't so much as think about somebody from another planet. Think about entities and beings from different realities, different dimensions. If you watch what's the name? If you watch the TV series The Flash, they put a lot of that on display, right? The Flash is one of the best shows on TV right now, right? To watch if you want to see the different dimensions and different realities, right? I'm gonna go see Quantum. I didn't get to go see Quantum this weekend because I had some stuff I had to do. But go watch. I'm pretty sure I don't care about y'all saying no, man. Look at the subject matter of the movie. Look at what it's dealing with. It's dealing with the subatomic realm where the laws of physics and time no longer apply. Huh? Do y'all understand that right there? You got a old fun boy ass John Majors taking them tender ass pictures, man. What's wrong with y'all dudes, man? For real, man. This is when you think one of these dudes gonna come in here and they're gonna be acting and all that stuff, and they're gonna try to, like, you know, put on and represent for manhood. No, they end up putting on a dress. They end up playing a fun boy or just doing some extremely feminine stuff that just totally assassinates their character, like taking pictures with thigh-high boots, and it's just sad, man. It's just terrible, man. It's horrible, man. OG, am I right or am I wrong, OG? You hear me? Am I right or am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? But now, if y'all go check that TV show out, The Last of Us, right? This is depicting the society that is the result of a fungal parasitical invasion of cordyceps erectilis fungi, right, in a human population. And you know, it turned everybody into these zombies, man. And here we talking about tonight, Plan 88. Yeah, man. Crossing his legs like a broad. Yeah. Yeah, man. You got these crazy ass broads talking about some bitch shit. That's sexy. That's sexy. Talking about some that's sexy. Oh man, he was named after the white boy. See, they got this dude playing Kang the Conqueror, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, for sure. You can believe that. I guarantee you that. See, they got the homie playing John Majors. I mean, they got him playing, Kang the Conqueror. You know what I'm saying? If y'all read the Marvel comics, man, Kang the Conqueror was a G, man. You know what I mean? He was a gangster. You feel me? But, then we sit over here and go over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we can just do this. Yeah, this old tender ass nigga, man. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I ain't trying to tell nobody what they can think or nothing like that, man. But I just have a hard time believing, right? I have a hard time believing that when women look at an image like this, that they see anything masculine about this. All right? Like, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, man, like, pause, man. Yeah, man, it is, man. It's a wrap, man. They coming for him, man. You feel me? I'm talking about my man got the lips pursed. You feel me? He got the lips, the duck lips and all that shit, man. I get they say he was trying to channel some character from One Piece or something like that. Right? The anime show One Piece or whatever it is, but nah, man, and this is spooky right here. This got something to do with Con Plan 8888. All right. This is a result of parasitic thinking right here. Right? Neuroparasitology. I want y'all to look into neuroparasitology, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Neuroparasitology, when your toxic thinking becomes parasitic and starts to consume itself. Yeah, man, the duck lips, man. Y'all see this, man? This is terrible, man. And what's even more sad about it is you got chicks, right? You got chicks who ooh, he looks sexy. Ooh, he look good. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. I'm like, and this is why I'm saying, man, we have allowed women to determine what's masculine. They think this is masculine. It's chicks who see this image and are turned on by this image sexually. They get moist between a little thing. You got girls talking about on this damn picture right here, they talking about how sexy and how good he looked. This nigga got on thigh-high boots. We don't know no homo if this guy's naked underneath this or not. And he just looking real feminine. Look like he got makeup on. He got his lips all pursed up and ducked up like a broad. He got his legs crossed like a broad. I mean, there's nothing masculine about this image. There's nothing manly about this image. And you want to know why it's not? It's because we said it is. It don't matter what women think about this picture. That's another reason why I wanted to touch on this real quick too. It don't matter what women think this picture is, right? This is a result of women being allowed to determine or have the illusion of determining what masculinity is. I'm telling you, as a woman, if you see this image and you are sexually aroused by this, that's a problem. That's an issue. You might want to go get that taken care of. You got some issues going on, baby. Right? No, them ain't pants, nigga. Them is boots, nigga. Them is boots, nigga. Nah. I'm talking about out of all the guys you could have cosplayed as, you got to cosplay as the feminine ass dude, feminine ass buff dude. Right? I'm just saying, ladies, I'm not up here pussy policing. You can allow whatever Johnson you want to blast all up in your walls if you want to. I don't care. I really don't. But one thing I'm gonna not do is allow any woman or anything that's led by or being promoted by the ideology of feminism, sexual freedom, liberation movements, and all that. I'm not going to allow that to ever speak on or determine what masculinity and manhood is when I know the complete opposite, when I know the truth. This ain't nothing manly about that image. Ain't nothing masculine about that image. Ain't nothing just saying the Most High about that image. And since man was created in the image and likeness of the Most High, what you think, huh? Do this look like, who this look like to y'all? Do this look more like the Most High, or this look more like Lucifer? Because Lucifer was beautiful. Exactly, but this is the thing, Inspector Gadget. They don't have no control over that. They have to do this stuff. This is part of being part of the system. They have to do this stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, man, John Majors is Omega Psi-Phi. If I'm not mistaken. He looked like a Divine Nine boy. So let me see what I can. University of North Carolina School of Arts. Oh, I guarantee you he's a Divine Nine boy. I guarantee you. I'll put money on that this guy right here is most definitely a member of one of these Divine Nine joints, man. I'm about to find out real quick. See, this stuff don't be hard to find out, man, about these guys. I could have sworn I seen somewhere where he was Omega Psi-Phi. Let me see this real quick. Yeah, I ain't fine. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be surprised if John Majors is Divine Nine. He went to University of North Carolina, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. Y'all. If I was to really do some real research and looking into it, I'm pretty sure he's Divine Nine somewhere. He looked like he a Omega Psi-Phi type nigga. All right, that's what he looked like. He looked like one of them Omega Psi-Phi guys, one of them Q dog dudes. This is what he looked like. He looked like one of them niggas. I'll give it less than that, OG. Right. So when we're talking about contingency plan 8888, man, right? right? I just wanted to show y'all all of that stuff, man, especially considering that Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? Well, because, you know, I mean, I want y'all to understand when it comes to this specific type of possible
cover and stalk, demonstrating their agility and reliance on stealth. They ultimately close in on their prey, earning the.
I'm just saying when it comes to The Last of Us and the infection by the fungal parasite cordyceps, I just want y'all to understand that they cannot survive in an alkaline environment. Cordyceps cannot survive in an alkaline environment. Now think about the parasitological state through neuroparasitology, the genetic modification of our food, right? The weaponization, which leads to the toxification, therefore making our thoughts parasitic in their nature. Neuroplasticity, your brain becoming the very shape of that which you are thinking at the time. And your thoughts becoming parasitic in nature is causing your thoughts or causing you to attack you, which is why you become in a rage, like how they show in these movies. And it even can change you physically. See, when you see all this stuff happening right here with the cordyceps, this is just representation or, you know, of metamorphosis or change. The changing of the physical state or physiological state or the fallen state. I want y'all to understand how serious Con Plan 8888 is, man. I want y'all to understand that our policing agencies, our security agencies, our jobs even at our kids' school, everywhere, they're being prepared for this stuff. And that's a fact, man. And that's sad, man. And that's sad. That's why I be like, fuck Holly, man. Man, listen. I would want to become an actor just to be able to expose that fuckery going on in that industry. You hear me? Just to be able to do that, I will become an actor. Right? Y'all got to understand who runs the music industry, and that it's the same people that run the entertainment, all the movies, music, all ran by the same people. You did? It's demonic in its structure, very serpentine and Saturn in its structure. Yeah, you feel me? They got to pay homage, right? They sign contracts. They have agreements and contracts. They have oaths they have signed and adhered to. They have made blood sacrifices. Do you understand this stuff, man? I mean, the movie goddamn it, Eyes Wide Shut should have told y'all everything y'all need to know. Maybe this is what I'm gonna do. One of these days, I'm gonna do a stream and we're gonna dissect that classic cult movie, Eyes Wide Shut. You hear me? Thank y'all for coming out tonight, man. I appreciate it, man. I hope y'all got some over, inner, outer, extra standing. I hope I was able to connect some dots for y'all and shed some awareness and light on something considered in this situation that you maybe never heard before, or brought something to your awareness to be like, oh, that's what that is about, right? I hope I have to I hope I showed y'all the connection between what's going on in my state of Ohio, the contamination of the water, the explosion, the forming of what looked like a wormhole, Einstein-Rosen bridge, especially from the aerial look. You just look when you look in the middle of that it just looked like it's it looked like a hole, like it's literally creating a wormhole. God knows. Only God knows, or maybe we can find out what sits on the goddamn shout out to my brother Uncle Diggity, man. Let me find that joint, man. Am I riding past it? I'm trying to see where Uncle Diggity had them coordinates at, man. Right here. Yeah. I wonder what actually sits underneath the ground besides the Ohio River Basin. I really want to know what's underground in this coordinates right here. The town of Palestine, Ohio. You talking about Jaguar, right? Right. So yeah, man, y'all, man. Con Plan 8888. Go get your water. Get your ass in that gym. I told y'all, I wasn't just saying that the other day just to say that. Invest. I'm not telling nobody. I'm not influencing nobody. I'm not provoking nobody to go do anything to anyone or anybody or any organization, establishment, or anything like that. I'm saying for your own personal protection, you know, in the event of something like Con Plan 88 having to be implemented based off of an actual zombie apocalypse, you're going to want you a nice sidearm, preferably a 40 cal. I say 40 cal because of the stopping power and because of the number of rounds you can hold in the magazine. Normally, the higher the caliber of the pistol or the the shell you got, the less bullets you can have in the magazine. You know what I'm talking about? Unless you get something modified made. And I suggest that you get a 40 caliber S&W or FN. Them is nice. You know what I'm saying? Nice 40 cal, nice stopping power. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Nice and light to carry around. You know, easy to clean, easy to take apart, easy to put back together. You know what I'm saying? As far as another sidearm I would like to have, I would tell you have a shotgun with as many deer slug shells as you can possibly come up with, as well as buckshot. You never know, you might have to, you stand I'm just talking about y'all in a tactical situation. You may have to, defend yourself against multiple adversaries. And in the event that you got your sidearm with you, or you don't have your goddamn assault rifle, which I prefer you get an AR-15 is modified to your preferences, but an AR-15, you hear me? And I would suggest that because you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing going to hold off 4 people at the same time than some buckshot. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? If I stand a certain amount of feet away from 4 or 5 people and hit y'all with some buckshot, everybody gonna feel that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the buckshot is good for. But deer slugs is good for like breaching. My nigga Wayne to tell y'all this. How do I know this? Because I've had tactical training. Deer slugs is for stopping power. So like if you need to like open up doors, breaching entrances, breaching structures. And they got special rounds for that too. You feel me? So and so I would invest in as much emergency first aid kit equipment and stuff that you can get. Get you a lot of dry goods, a lot of non-perishables, legumes, beans, rice, lentils, grains, canned goods, matches, hygiene, I stocks up on hygiene. I just go to Dollar Tree and just stock up on hygiene. Just go spend like $10, $15 on hygiene every other week. Just have deodorant on deck, alcohol on deck, peroxide on deck, toilet paper on deck, tissue on deck. Definitely. You see you heard Mr. O say he about to make him a Lucille. only people who watch The Walking Dead know what a Lucille is. You feel me? Gotta have the AR. The AR is the best assault rifle you can ever have, man. Anybody who's a full outdoor survivalist or tactical trainee will tell you that their semi-automatic weapon of choice is going to be an AR-15, because you can modify them to your personal, how you want it. You know what I'm talking about? And their capability, their durability, easy to take apart, easy to put back together, easy to clean, right? You know what I'm saying? I would say that people like to say the AK-47, but it's not accurate. You ain't going to be able to snipe nobody with no AK. You can snipe somebody with an AR-15, right? You know what I'm talking about? And they're very durable, and they're not expensive. But yeah, though, man, we about to get up out of here, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. Tomorrow we going in. Listen, y'all, I got to go and work tomorrow early, a couple hours, so I might have an early show tomorrow. I don't even told L yet, because I just found out not too long ago. So I'm gonna holler at L and see what he's gonna be able to do, if we're gonna be able to come through. But if not, I'm gonna just come through tomorrow on the Tuesday, man. We're gonna chop it up real quick before I have to get up out of here. We probably chop it up from like 5 to 7 or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? But I gotta go into work a little bit early tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? Get some of this good OT and them tone back. And yeah, we're gonna get right back to it on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. You know what I mean? You need. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate everybody, man. Oh, shit. I don't even realize what time it was. Well, y'all definitely, I got to get up out of here, y'all. So I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all be easy, man. See y'all later, man. Tap that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page.